If your company has bad debt, consider assigning your accounts to Merticon, MERTICON.com. Merticon, global leader in collections. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell and be notified to all our future videos. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Chuck Graham Show. You can always visit us online at charlesgraham.com. Go to charlesgraham.com, and you can hear the podcast as well. Well, let's get into it, I guess, today. Sorry for the glare on the glasses. I'm not going to do it. I can't see without them. Bill Gates and his divorce. Apparently, this is stemming from, I don't know, his relationship, business dealings, whatever, with Jeffery Epstein, from what I'll read. But more importantly, what I found funny was that him and his wife came to an agreement, apparently, according to this article, that Bill Gates could spend one weekend a year with his ex talking about, molecular biology or whatever it is. Let me read from the Daily Mail. Inside Bill Gates' 1,440 square foot North Carolina hideaway with former girlfriend Ann Winblad. He's a fucking billionaire and it's only 1,440 square feet. They wanted to be close. So that's what they're calling sex today. Molecular biology. I found that funny because Bill Gates it doesn't have a college degree, from what I understand. Not that he can't be a good an educated person and be interested in a specific, science. But at the end of the day, who believes, leave it in the comments, who believes that Bill Gates was going to meet with his ex-girlfriend one weekend a year? And they were talking about molecular biology. Horseshit. They were shagging.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So, what can I say? Well, the looks like that, I don't know about the relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. There's pictures all on the web. I won't leave links to those. You can look it up, just Bill Gates, Google it, Jeff Epstein. Now, was he doing anything nefarious on Jeffery Epstein's island? Who knows? I would like to think not. I would like to think that he was telling the truth, that he didn't realize that this guy was a creep. But, Epstein was friends with a lot of powerful people, folks. And he was into young girls, apparently. So, but you just never know. I mean, perversion doesn't really have a type. It doesn't have a face. It's like serial killers don't have a face. If they did, well, hell, Ted Bundy was a hell of a nice guy, good-looking guy, nice guy, was going to be a lawyer. Judge even said in his trial that I would have loved to have you, son, practicing law in my court. Fuck, that was hot. Oh, sorry. Anyway, if you hear any cats in the background, it's a little bit my crazy cat. One of them. I only have two. Well, I have three, but one lives next door with my wife. Oh, I know, man. I'm not joking either. Yep, she lives right next door. And yes, we're still married. But anyway, that's for another show. I think it's funny too. But, the thing about it is actually we both live next door. Let me just be honest. I'm over here at my office, which is next door. But it is kind of funny that sometimes I do stay over here. But we're not talking about my marriage. We're talking about Bill Gates' marriage. Nobody wants to give a shit or hear about my damn marriage. Bill Gates, did a wonderful thing. Built a company, Microsoft. worth $123 billion. Said he was, I think the report was that he was not going to leave his children billions of dollars. He was going to leave them millions because he didn't want them to be spoiled. Dude, leave it all to your damn children, because trust me, the fact of the matter is the people you give it to or whatever foundation you give it to is not going to give two shits a year from now that your legacy was that you gave away 20 or $100 billion. Yeah, fuck that. If you work for it and you made it, you keep it. And just because somebody's rich doesn't make you poor, folks. This socialist agenda bullshit that's going on. And I've never seen more capitalist than Amazon, Google, YouTube. Hell, if y'all not capitalist, how about, hey, YouTube, how about giving me some free advertisement and getting my subscription base up? I'm all for them social programs, so go ahead and, give me a plug there, brother. The fact of the matter is these big companies are capitalists. That's what they are. They like to squash out competition. Microsoft's the same damn way. Bill Gates worked for his money, and he made it. And he ought to keep it. If he wants to put it in a trust or whatever, or give it away, fuck, that's his money to do whatever he wants to do. But if it was me, I'd just leave it all to my kids. Let them do whatever the hell they wanted to do. Hell. But, I get it. Philanthropy. You want to give away some of your money, but the bottom line is you can't save the world. And there's not enough money for people to save the world. Only Jesus can save the world, and that's looking kind of like he might have to just come on back to do that because of where we're at today. But trust me, people, it doesn't matter. And that's why your good deeds can't get you into heaven. I'm a good person. Not really. You probably doing a lot of shit you're not supposed to. And it's like I told my wife, I said, I think most people just lie. They don't tell the truth. Most people have a lot of things going on in their life that people would cringe at if they knew. But not me, of course. And there's a lot of good. I just think there's being serious. I was joking there, but being serious, the fact is, I think there's a lot of good people that do a lot of stupid stuff. And I've often said that if God judged us like we judge each other, we'd all go to hell. So, I'm not going to judge Bill Gates and his wife, Melinda. Maybe they just couldn't get along. It's good that they can, be in the same room with each other. And no, I don't. And here's my thing. As far as the vaccine goes, I'm not going to take it. That's just my personal opinion. But my wife took it. Her dad, mom, all those had the vaccine, and they should have. If you're elderly and you're above 60 years old, you probably should have it. But it's not that I'm anti-vax. I just never have taken vaccines. I don't take the flu. I've had the flu so bad before I thought I was going to die. But I want my body to build its own immune system. I don't want to take somebody's vaccine. And people, they're not going to force this vaccine on you. And let me just say that real quick. And I'm talking about Bill Gates because he's pro-vaccine. But they're not going to force it on you. They can't, by law, force that vaccine on you because it's emergency use. And if I read the policies and the law correctly, you can't force a emergency use vaccine on someone. It has to be fully FDA approved, from what I understand. Now, if that's wrong, leave it in the comments because I may be totally off base there. But it's my understanding that you can't force a emergency use vaccine on people. But there is standing case law to where they can make you take it. I mean, they're going to have to actually probably hold my ass down for me to take it because I'm just not I don't like taking that stuff. And I'm hardly ever sick. I'm really hardly ever sick. And think about this. I'm probably 60 pounds overweight. And hell, my blood sugar last time I took it about 2 weeks ago was 73. Clean living, brother. Clean living. And now that I don't drink alcohol, because I just decided that, well, got to get that out of my life. So I just decided to stop drinking and become a non-drinker. And my blood pressure, lo and behold, went back to almost normal without medication. Believe that. Ain't that some shit? Treated my old body like an old honky-tonk for a long time. All of it going back to normal, I guess. Anyway, I digress. So the thing about it is with Bill Gates and them, people fall out of love. I asked an old couple one time, how did y'all stay married for 60 years? Just met them got to talk to him in the grocery store. And he looked at me and he said, well, young feller, we just never fell out of love at the same time. Well, that's true. I'll be damned. I thought, well, that's a damn good answer. Never fell out of love at the same time. In other words, one of them was holding on to that relationship when the other one wasn't. And eventually, I guess they met in the middle, and they're still married, or was married. They were pretty old then, and that was 20 years ago. So may they live a long and happy life. Hope they're still around. But the thing about it is, that's the gist of it. Why live your life miserable, If you can't get along, you just can't get along. I told my wife, I said, if you ever get to the word that you want to leave, leave. I'm a big boy. I can take it. I just think people's marriages are, it's very rare that people stay till death do they part. And those people that do generally were raised from families that did. I had a strong single mother, raised by a stepdad for a number of years, but most of my life it was just my mom. So she was a strong influence in my life. So where I didn't have, but my mom didn't divorce my dad. He died, went off, locked him down, Tom Bigby River. Him along with my brother on Mother's Day of all days. And that's why I don't celebrate Mother's Day. My mother, that wasn't a really good time for my mom, so she never really celebrated that. We'd get her stuff and say Happy Mother's Day, but it really wasn't a good day for her. So anyway, but that doesn't spoil it for any other mother out there that's had that. Every day should be Mother's Day. That's the way I believe. But when it comes to marriage, though, just people, get to where they just don't get along, or they just, or they get along, they just don't want to be with each other. There's why be miserable? Sometimes you just get to where the sound of their voice gets on your nerves, And maybe that's the time to leave. Maybe that's the time when it's time to go. But I wanted to comment on Bill Gates' divorce and his molecular biology studies once a year at his 1,440 square foot hideaway with his former girlfriend. So that's what they're calling shagging now, I guess. That is that's awesome. So anyway, I'm not going to bore you guys anymore today. Hope you like the show. If you do, subscribe. If you don't. This thing doesn't make me any money. It's just, therapy. I like talking, and I don't edit these videos too. So if there's a mistake, I just let it roll. Let the rough end drag is what I say. And I'll see you guys on the next show. Bye-bye.